Hi everybody, Rob Keys here, and I am turning on Dear Esther. This is my very first time playing this game, and like Surgeon Simulator, I picked it up during the Steam Summer Sale. I don't know anything about this game, other than it involves exploration, it's played first person, and it's somewhat of a ghost story, so it's pretty interesting. I heard it's kind of a unique experience. So we're going to just jump right in, give it a shot. Beautiful looking game though. I don't know if there are other characters in it, if there's any sort of platforming or combat. I don't know anything about this. I haven't even watched a gameplay video. So let's see what it's all about. I don't even know who Esther. I keep saying Deather. Esther. I don't even know who Esther is.
Dear Esther, the gulls do not land here anymore. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly,
Crap,
and their shepherds
stuck.
the lowest of the miserable
Sort of
classes that
jump
populate
button?
these
What the hell is this?
Caribbean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
Whoa. Okay. Water is kind of dangerous. This is kind of annoying. How do I get up on the friggin' rock? Alright, here we go. So the mechanics are kind of shitty, at least here. Spacebar does nothing. If I press the left click, it does this weird zoom in thing. Okay, let's see if there are controls. Keyboard, mouse. Edit keys. Move forward, swim up is Q. Miscellaneous. There's no jump button. It's great when there are, rocks everywhere. Old lighthouse. Pretty cool view. Looks like an old, dark and gloomy water painting. Oh, flashlight came on automatically. You know what this game reminds me of? Myst. I don't know if you guys ever played Myst way back in the day, like, we're talking like early mid-90s. It's a very cool sort of first-person exploration cinematic type game. I can't read that. Something in honesty? I don't know. Just waiting for some zombies from Left 4 Dead to bust out of the wall. Picture from the 70s? Oh, nothing in here. Food and goods. Hey, it's a bird. There's no sprint button, so this may be a while. Oh, look at that. Beacon in the background. Wonder if we can get there. Oh. Oof. I'd be freaking out if I fell with these controls.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with that chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace.
Flashlight.
They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave.
Right down there as well.
But Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Oh, come on, don't fall. Shit. Maybe that's the part of the plan. Yeah, it probably is, because you can't traverse that. Over here you can. So it's not open world, at least not yet. Water looks pretty good. Adequate. Looks like we're going in this little canyon thingy.
At night, you can see the lights sometimes from a passing tanker or
Which way?
From up on the cliffs, they are mundane. But down here, they fugue into ambiguity. For instance, I cannot readily tell if they belong above or below the waves. The distinction now seems banal. Why not everything and all at once? There's nothing better to do here than indulge in contradictions whilst waiting for the fabric of life to unravel.
Nothing yet. Just rocks upon rocks. Shit, I wonder what's up that staircase.
Dear Esther, I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay.
Hey,
listless
what's that?
wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence to keep the precipice at bay.
Is that another drawing?
Through me caves. My forehead a mount. This
Tire.
aerial will transmit into me so. All overexposed, the nervous system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under.
I got no feet. Maybe I'm the ghost. I think I hear my... Yeah, you can hear my footprints, right? Yeah, for sure you can, I think. Unless I'm going crazy. I didn't see this. I want to draw in the sand. I don't know what that means. Looks like we're going up that staircase or that ramp. Well, this game does need a sprint button. I don't like games intentionally slow you down to extend the experience. Just let me travel. This is not enhancing my experience. That being said, I bet there's a gorgeous view from up here. I wonder how close we are to that weird, light tower thing we saw in the distance. Come on, man, get up these steps. I kinda wanna go here. It'd be a neat park. Hike. The sun rays coming through the clouds. Alright, almost at the top. There's a light tower. Wind is getting stronger. Oh, Jesus, we are very far away still. Wait a second. Is that already here?
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man. When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection. and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its host.
Stonehenge! Not really,
My
but close.
life is for this. To keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
What's that? And the bush is getting thicker.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
Strange luminescence. Wonder who put all these nicely cut rocks here. So, a lot of dirty barbed wire fencing, not a lot of human-built structures yet. Oh, look at that. Old ship. I want to go down there for sure. I wonder if there are mods for this game.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton.
Glowing?
We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
That's a creepy sound. So that's where we started, on the other side of that
I would leave
structure.
you presents outside your retreat, in this interim space between cliff
Hey.
and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes,
Whoa,
but the
that's
fish
pretty.
stocks have been depleted and I'd run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
Glow-in-the-dark paint. Vandals. This is like something from Lost. What? Without Jin and Saeed. Sawyer and Kate and Jack. What a good show, man. What a good show. I kind of wish that Lost game by Ubisoft was more like this. And the stupid piece of crap it actually was. Well, I don't think we're supposed to cross this water and check out that ship just yet. Hopefully we come across it later. The pathway seems to go here to the right. Oh. Yeah, I love the environment. It's pretty cool. You could do like other types of games here. They'd all have to feature a sprint button. Jesus. Well, we're getting a little closer to this tower. You can't tease me with this blinking red light and not let me get there eventually. Hey, it's a river.
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish. The sky is too thin for the birds.
What?
And the soil is cut with the
Saw a
bones
bird.
of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer. that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
What is this shit? Like DNA strands? I don't understand. And this symbol. It's like a symbol N. Like the structure of some sort of molecule? What does it mean? Alright, well, I guess we're gonna continue down the path. I'm a little sad we're getting further and further from that ship. I want to explore it. Get that booty. I wonder if we're ever gonna come across another person, or if this island thing is truly, like, dead. Maybe this is purgatory. Also, like Lost, sort of. Spoiler. Getting a little darker. The wind is quieted down in here. There's a lot of plants here. How can there be no animals and shit? I did see one bird. One-way trip. Going down. What's happening?
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rearview mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
You remember that. We may have to go up there later. What a bad captain of this ship. Look at this mess he made. Just garbage everywhere. What a jerk. And nothing good. What the hell is this thing? Kind of weird machine. Rusting wires everywhere. Busted up crates. Glow in the dark paint cans. Blinking light. Hey, can't I walk up here? Whoa, I'm not even controlling it. I'm not pressing anything. That was weird, man. Oh, I can't. There we go. It like took control. Is that thunder I heard? Don't rain. Don't rain on me. Hey, can we go this way? The path up there looks like it goes all the way around that rock, but I don't know if I want to go that way. Or do I? I don't know. This looks like a dead end. Shit.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Can I get up here? No? Yes? No? Shit. Well, at least I saw that chalk mark. Alright, looks like we've got to go all the way around. Man, that sprint button would be pretty prime right about now. Whoop. That's the most excitement I've seen. Dodging fence posts. Dirty cargo containers. Oh, another blinking light. Put a buoy in the water. Alright, let's see around this, what's around this, wait a second. Wait. Came from up there.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital.
Definitely going this way.
After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic. Your outline and your speech both blurred.
Bug.
Now
Oh,
my
flying
stones have
leaf.
grown into an island.
Got my hopes up.
Their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
I should probably be paying attention to what the narrator is saying. That's probably the whole point of this game. Just here's some visual cues to go along with this really crazy ass.
Is this what Paul saw through his windscreen?
Oh, was I up there
Not
earlier?
Lot's wife looking over her shoulder,
Shit.
but a scar in the hillside,
Fell over.
falling away to black forever.
That would have been embarrassing. Ooh, zoom in. Water. I could probably make that jump. But I'm not going to. Hey! Look at that pretty picture. Got the light in the background shining on that little mysterious house on the hilltop. And this like maze of rock, wood, logs.
I've begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft, and understood that I must go up and then find the way under.
Up the shaft.
I will stash the last vestiges of my
Just the
civilization
tip.
in the stone walls. and
Whoa,
work deeper
someone's
from
been
there.
performing surgery.
I'm drawn
taking
by
the
area
D-rugs.
of the edge.
Drugs are bad.
Some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
On an animal? This looks like a barn for animals. What is going on? Where'd you get those medical supplies? From that ship? Who am I? How did I get here? Shipwreck? Probably a shipwreck. Hey, a light. That must be symbolic for something. I do like the, score.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of
Jakobsen.
migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that
Before going to the house, just want to check this other
caught some
barn.
disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it.
Goat disease.
No one
Oof.
could carve white lines into
It's the
cliff
worst.
either.
White lines into the cliffs. Hey, more of that crazy shit. I don't know what that means. This is the 6 parts of the island? What do these dashes mean? So confused. This is like Lost. None of that shit is explained. This music is getting intense. Come on. Some life up here. Oh, more crazy stuff. Bunch of jerks just leaving paint cans everywhere. Clean up your shit. Island used to be nice, man. More
My
paint
heart
cans.
is landfill.
Lantern.
False dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass.
This whole island is about
Always
cans,
the
man.
waves
Paint
break
cans,
on
food.
these
Oh,
lost
music?
shores, always
Score.
the gulls forgotten.
Some photo.
I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
Hebridean music. Hey, little bed. Nice, I can totally live here. Some, what is that, Russian? Ukrainian novel? I don't read that. Can't read that. Oh, there is life here. Robot birds. We already went in there, so... Down the hillside. And I wish I could put some of the stuff I've seen in context, but the most interesting thing are these glyphs and what I like to call vandalism all over the walls of that cave and these buildings, but I don't know what that means. Who put it there? Was it me? Can I fall down? Do I want to? Is there fall damage? There's no jumping. It's interesting.
In a footnote, the editor comments that at this point, Donnelly was going insane as syphilis tore through his system like a drunk driver.
Syphilis.
He's not to be trusted. Many of his claims are unsubstantiated, and although he does paint a colourful picture, Much of what he says may have been derived directly from his fever. But I've been here, and I know, as Donnelly did, that this place is always half imagined.
I think I can fall down.
Even the rocks and caves will shimmer and blur with the right eye.
So that just curves. Yeah, okay. Damn it. Here we go. Yes, shortcut. Hacks. Alright. I'm gonna check out what's in this cave. Probably some more glow-in-the-dark glyphs, and then I'm gonna take a break. It's exciting and mind-blowing this experience has been so far. We're inside of a ship. I'm on a boat, yo. Garbage, just garbage everywhere. Little Viking ship, that'd be sick. That would be cool. If you see a Vikings come by, that would be exciting. Or if I was a Viking, I'd be a lot more interested. Alright, double path. Cave and weird creepy canyon thing. Where Shelob the spider from Lord of the Rings hangs out. For sure. Killing the hobbitses. Oh, there's light. Where are the glyphs at? I bet there's some paint cans in here. Hey, this is kind of neat. A candle, and it's still lit? Someone must be here. Holy shit. This is weird. Looks like we're going down.